Coming up next on TVM News. A young woman was killed after evacuating a music festival. We'll have the latest. Charlotte Rocher will be tracking the latest in weather, and Vincent Goldschmidt will be having the latest in Marywood and professional sports. You're watching TVM.
Good afternoon and welcome to TVM News. Today is Friday, October 17th, 2025. My name is Caitlin Klotz. This week we have news on a deadly crash in Georgia. We'll be checking in with Charlotte Rocher with updates on next week's weather forecast, along with sports anchor Vincent Goldschmidt to find out the latest in Marywood and professional sports. A man has been charged with multiple counts of vehicular homicide after authorities said he drove his semi-truck too close behind a van, causing a multi-vehicle crash on a Georgia highway that killed 8 people from the same family. Including 5 children, Kane Hammock, 33, faces 8 counts of vehicular homicide on the second degree and 1 count of feticide by vehicle in the second degree, according to the Georgia Department of Public Safety, cited by the Associated Press. Authorities in Colorado say 2 hunters who were found dead after nearly a week-long search were killed by a lightning strike. Conneaus County Coroner Richard Martin told People on Monday, September 22nd, that preliminary findings show Andrew Porter and Ian Stasko, both 25, were struck by lightning. Their injuries matched what they described as a pretty intense electrical jolt. Ava Athlander was attending the Red West Music Festival with friends in Salt Lake City, Utah on Saturday when severe weather forced the event to evacuate. Ava and her friends headed to a car parked on a street outside of the festival grounds to seek shelter. Athlander said that's when the tragic accident occurred. Police said Ava had stepped outside of the car at some point and strong winds blew a 2-foot by 12-foot scaffolding board from a nearby apartment building that was under construction. According to the report, the board fell from about 30 feet before striking Athlander in the car. When we come back, we'll turn it over to Charlotte Rocher with our weather forecast.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
Hey guys, it's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smokey Bear because he's got more to say than just...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Like, if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fire safety. Make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So take wildfire prevention seriously and let's save the world one day at a time. Juntos con Smokey Bear, podemos hacerlo. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Hey, can you chop the pineapple?
Chop the pineapple.
Nope. I'm high. How about I wash off the grapes?
Yes.
Okay.
You're already making good decisions when you're high.
I want tacos. Will you drive? I'm a little toasty.
Nope. I'm high. Let's order in.
Don't make an exception when it comes to driving. If you feel different, you drive different.
Now we'll hear from Charlotte Rocher with next week's weather forecast.
Thanks, Katie. Flash flood warnings have been issued across the plains as a severe storm system approaches. Heavy rainfall alongside strong winds, hail, and tornadoes are expected. We will see the storm system weaken as it comes to Pennsylvania. Now with the local weather. Today is a beautiful sunny day with a high of 58 and a low of 36. For next week, we're going to see the sun go away behind lots of clouds, with all throughout next week will be mostly cloudy with a chance of rain on Monday and Tuesday. The highs will stay up in the upper 50s and the lows will sit in the mid 40s. With your TVM report, this is Charlotte Rocher.
Thanks, Charlotte. A new wave of auto theft is hitting Pennsylvania, and it's happening without thieves ever even breaking in. Law enforcement agencies are warning about an increase in key fob cloning in electric vehicle thefts, where criminals use small devices to copy a car's signal or connect directly to its onboard computer system security. Experts recommend several preventative measures, including Faraday pouches that block signals, OBD port locks, and visible deterrents like steering wheel locks. Millions of people are affected by Alzheimer's disease, which is a brain disorder that affects the memory in Pennsylvania. There are more than 282,000 people living with Alzheimer's and more than 465,000 family members caring for them. On Saturday, hundreds of people will take steps for a cure to walk at the Alzheimer's End in PNC Field in Music. In Marywood news, the Northeast Wind Ensemble is hosting their concert on Sunday, October 19, 2025, from 3 to 4:30 p.m. The event is being held in the Set Lavergenta Center for Performing Arts in Room 100, also known as the Theater. Good luck to those performing. A virtual information session is being held on Monday, November 17th at 12 o'clock for those who are interested in the Masters of Social Work. More information will be provided when it is given. When we come back, we'll find out more about Marywood and professional sports from Vincent Goldschmidt.
Okay, so before we come over, can I ask a few questions?
Yeah, sure.
Do you have any pets?
Yes, we have a dog, but she's little.
Do you have any unlocked guns around the house?
We do have a gun, but it's stored securely, locked in a safe that the kids can't access. I appreciate you asking.
Yeah, of course. So does Friday work?
Sounds good to me.
All right, we'll bring pizza.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing that keeps us focused. A habit we never skip to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game, to drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health? Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and mental health. Discover the resources you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Substance use disorder and addiction is so isolating. And so, as a Black woman in recovery, hope must be loud. It grows louder when you ask for help and you're vulnerable. It is the thread that lets you know that no matter what happens, you will be okay.
Now we'll hear from Vincent Goldschmidt with this week's sports news.
Thanks, Katie. The end of an era occurred this weekend as Penn State announced that James Franklin would be fired after 10 years at the helm for the Nittany Lions. The move comes on the heels of Penn State losing 3 straight games, including to the then winless UCLA Bruins and the Northwestern Wildcats, in which they were over 20-point favorites in both. Penn State owes Franklin $45 million from the extension he signed in 2021. Terry Smith will serve as the Nittany Lions' interim head coach while Penn State looks for a long-term fix. Some of the common names listed as candidates for the role is head coach of Nebraska, Matt Rule, who has deep ties with Penn State, Duke head coach Manny Diaz, and Ohio State offensive coordinator Brian Hartline. One of the other rumored coaches to be potentially in the mix for Penn State was head coach Curt Cignetti. Thursday afternoon, his name was taken off the list as he agreed to an 8-year extension to stay the head coach of the Hoosiers. After a wildly successful first year with the Hoosiers, in which he led his squad to an 11-2 season in 2024, Cignetti is off to a 6-0 start, now ranked 3rd in the AP Top 25 after a huge win at Oregon. The contract is rumored to be worth around $11.6 million per year. Staying on the topic of coaching news, the Tennessee Titans fired Brian Callahan after 23 games as head coach. Across the season plus for the former Bengals offensive coordinator, he was only able to lead the Titans to 4 wins, with this season showing minimal upside through 6 weeks. The Titans have a range of options to select from when interviewing for the vacancy, including Bills offensive coordinator Joe Brady and Washington Commanders offensive coordinator Cliff Kingsbury, both of which have helped the growth of their respective quarterbacks. As well, Minnesota Vikings defensive coordinator Brian Flores, former Cowboys and Packers head coach Mike McCarthy, and Pittsburgh Steelers and former Titans offensive coordinator Arthur Smith have been rumored for the job as well. The Pacers volleyball team continue to dominate the sport, this week defeating the Cairn University Highlanders in 5 sets. Despite the first 3 sets being tightly contested, Marywood found itself behind 2-1 and on the verge of facing just its second loss of the season. Instead, the Pacers dominated the 4th set before rallying off the final 4 points of the 5th set to clinch its 19th win of the season and extended its program record winning streak to 12. Marywood makes the trip south to Arlington, Virginia for an AEC match against Marywood-University before a non-conference match against DeSales University. Speaking of record-setting win streaks, the Marywood women's soccer team set a new mark with its 10th straight win this past Saturday on Senior Day against the Centenary University Cyclones. The Pacers dominated from the opening whistle, firing off 44 shots to Centenary's 3. Senior Carly Walters added to her team-leading goal total with a hat trick, helping Marywood win once more 6-1. Sunday, the Pacers were set to face Wilson College on the road. However, the match was postponed due to travel issues as seen in this video. One of the tires on the Pacers bus came off while en route to the match. The Pacers look to have more favorable travels this week as Marywood-University, last season's AEC runner-ups, are the next challenge for Marywood. With the latest in sports, I'm Vincent Goldschmidt. TVM News will return after these messages.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So, yeah, I know. That's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
A school in Buffalo, New York held a surprise wedding for their principal. For more, we'll turn it over to reporter Taylor Epps.
We're giving you a surprise wedding!
And I just had no idea it was something to this magnitude. I'm still shocked. It was so special.
You kidding me right now?
Some brides prefer no kids at their wedding, but not Brianna Lanoy.
I had talked to actually my amazing assistant principal about how I'd love to be with our students, have this massive wedding. She's like, you can't do that. I'm like, okay.
No way. You can't have 400 kids as your wedding guests, even if you're the principal.
Oh, leader, stand up.
Unless...
I always kind of had in the back of my mind that I wanted to do something really big and special.
This school community had some tricks up their sleeve.
So, shh.
The Buffalo Academy of Science staff, students, and Brianna's husband-to-be, Zach, were all in on this.
So all these girls are dressed in these beautiful gowns, and I was like, wow, you guys are really showing up today. I was like, oh, can I borrow that for my wedding?
But that was already covered. Assistant Principal Courtney Champlin had the dress ready to go and her own t-shirt tuxedo for this magical moment.
Instant tears. It was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen, just seeing our school community out here.
I was so excited. It touched my heart because that was my first time seeing a wedding.
And she had some 5th graders come, and they were talking for her and saying how amazing she was.
I will never forget the difference you have made in my life.
And with their candy rings, Brianna and Zach said their vows.
Promise to love Zach even on Mondays before coffee.
I do.
Then it was time to party.
I was doing my moves for Miss Lenoy and everything.
It means that our school is working, that we are creating a space where students feel safe, feel celebrated.
And this wedding made the real deal much easier, which was also right here at Buffs High.
It was more than I ever thought that anyone would do for me. It was really special.
And that's going to do it for this week's edition of TV-Marywood News. Make sure to like and subscribe to the TVM YouTube page to see all of the latest TVM content, and follow the TVM Instagram to stay up to date with everything TVM has to offer. For Vincent Goldschmidt, Charlotte Rocher, and everyone at TVM News, I'm Caitlin Klotz. Have a great weekend, Marywood.